I thought the shout out to his mom
Yes.
was very telling. What do you say?
Well, it shows you the heart of America is with our families. That's the American spirit. And that's what J.D. Vance stands for. He never acts like a victim. Did you notice that? He comes from poverty and he spins it and he does the best that he can do in his life. And then he thanks his mother. That is so important. That shows you how great our country is. He is not like every single person that's in that elite Democrat Party. He is one of us. And I think that America really got to meet him on an incredible stage at an incredible time. And let's not forget his wife. She's Indian. And I am so proud as an Indian immigrant American. J.D. Vance's family looks like mine. And that is exciting to me.
I want to ask you something about that real quickly because you touched on her background, where she came from.
Yeah.
I saw smear jobs on her that they're trying to attribute, the MAGA Republicans are going after. No, they're not. That's absolutely a lie. What do you say? I don't buy that at all.
I'm a legal Indian immigrant. I have been welcome to the MAGA movement. Anybody that has met me that hears me talk about the American dream has opened their arms and said, thank you for doing this legally. You belong in America. You did it the right way. And they celebrate Indian immigrants and any legal immigrant. So what you're seeing on the left, they are melting down because the minority community is coming to the MAGA movement in droves. And now they have broken into the Indian community. They are angry, Steve.
Do you see this RNC changing the paradigm as it relates to bringing so many other people, so many other minority groups, immigrant groups, into the proverbial tent? The stereotypes aren't there anymore. They're not real.
100%. President Trump started this movement when he first won in office, and now he has just opened up the entire country to a generational shift. Not only is J.D. Vance the youngest vice president that we have seen, at least in my lifetime, probably in yours.
In 71 years.
Exactly. But on top of that, he has now welcomed other groups and said, he is my vice president. We've had Indian immigrants and Americans run. There are so many people that he is continuing to welcome. He had the average everyday American on that stage. That is the party of the Republicans. That is who we are, and that's the future generation. This is the new Republican Party under President Trump. He has paved this way for everybody.
I want to look forward a little bit because you have a pulse on the ground in Ohio. A big question that a lot of people are asking, well, who could replace J.D. Vance? And obviously the rumors going around right now are Vivek. What do you say about that? What do you think is going to happen in Ohio moving forward?
Look, I have heard Vivek Ramaswamy say that he is interested. I am so excited to hear that. He ran for president, and then he turned around and he endorsed President Trump. He has a diversity of thought in the way he thinks. He carries and exudes excellence, and he wants that for every single person he meets. And again, this is somebody who is a millennial that is going to continue to bring the party, open new members, and I am so excited to see so much talent in Ohio. We have always been a swing state, and now I say we are the center state. All eyes are going to be on Ohio. We have a lot of important races, including the Senate.
I think something really important there, and you touched on it a little bit there. J.D. Vance is 39 years old. I think Vivek is 37, unless he's had a birthday recently, but he's in his mid to late 30s. This is the youth movement. You hear the Democrats talk about, we've got to get younger candidates, this and that. Republicans are doing it because you've got people in their 30s stepping up to the highest offices. If you get a senator in at 37, Vivek Ramaswamy can do great work there for a while. J.D. Vance can do great work for the Republican Party for a while. And I'm not talking a few years. I'm talking 5, 10, 15, 20 years. This is it's a game changer.
It's a generational change.
It's a generational game changer.
Absolutely.
I agree.
We're going to have force multipliers. That's what I call J.D. Vance, Vivek Ramaswamy. When you look at a generation that is going to be in politics, that is going to be in businesses, that is going to make America great, and you start at this age, and these are the people that are true leaders in the movement, this is the force multiplier that President Trump has created. This is the momentum we're going to see for the next 4, 8, and 12 years, and I am so excited to be part of this movement.
I'd like to bring the conversation back to tonight, President Trump's speech. Put into perspective what's truly at stake. And I say that question in the context that there are a lot of people who feel like tonight's speech he's playing with house money. Things are going so well right now. the environment has been set for him to knock this thing out of the park. Put into perspective what truly is at stake.
This is a game changer. This is a defining moment. And nobody can do this better, and nobody can explain to America better than President Trump. He was right all along. He kept saying, they're coming after me, they're coming after me, they're coming after you. And then Saturday changed everything. Yeah. That assassination attempt, that near life and death moment. And remember, he got up unscripted and yelled, fight, fight, fight. Because he was worried about the American people that stood there and watched him and waited for him to get up to make sure he was okay. So he's returning that. He's saying thank you tonight, in my opinion. He's telling the party, I am a unity party. I am standing here. I am with you. And I'm going to take this all the way because Joe Biden has destroyed us. And it's going to take 12 years for us to get out of the Bidenomics. We have to secure our border. And more importantly, we need safety and security.
Well, speaking of Joe Biden, this has been a conversation we've had amongst ourselves. Yep. Will he even be on the ballot? But then the next question, who could replace him? And I was wondering if you had any thoughts or guesses on how that could play out.
Joe Biden's not going to make it. And it's a test against time. He is genuinely declining. He wants to stay. His body is not going to let him. His mind is not going to let him. Let's be honest. I mean, he truly is not doing well. So this COVID test, this testing positive, now we're going to have a doctor come out, mark my words, and say, Joe Biden has some other issues. He has to bow out. It's about his health.
Girl, you better preach. I said that.
You are reiterating Dr. T.
And if he doesn't do that, then the Her report is going to come out because the Democrats want him out. And
so
that's going to be the game
him?
changer. It's Kamala Harris. Remember, it's Biden-Harris. You cannot take that coffers away. You can't take that money away from the donor class. This is who they put in. It is a democracy. The Democrats need to get their stuff together behind closed doors, get that golden parachute, and get this Biden family out of this White House. He's not going to make it.
Remarkable. And Terrence called it.
Girlfriend, give me a high five. Exactly what you said. I called yesterday. I said it.
Now, see, I'm of opinion, and we talked about this here recently. Here in Wisconsin, unless Joe Biden is deceased, his name remains on the ballot. The same is true in Arizona. The same is true in Louisiana. There might be other states. Those three I know for sure. The Democrats have a real problem. Now, they'll probably fight it out in a courtroom somewhere and try to get somebody else on the ballot. But I'm looking at the polling just from yesterday. Donald Trump straight up with Joe Biden is +3. He's +10 on Kamala Harris. Okay, so you get the money, you break her free, and they're trying to tell you she's the greatest thing ever, and the trumpets will play and the angels will sing, and she'll be the second coming. But seriously, America does not want Kamala Harris. I'll give you the last word.
Look, Kamala Harris is another tired bumper sticker because she has rubber stamped everything Joe Biden stands for. So it doesn't matter who's on that bumper sticker. This is the Democrat Party of death and destruction, and they will be replaced this November.